Top of the morning. You know the vibes. This is the news by Shanewz, man. We have a lot to unpack. Man, we have a lot to unpack. We're going to take our time. We are in the office, the desk. It is raining. I do have a session later, but I do not know if I'm going to pull up. That's why I said, why don't I just, instead of just sitting around doing nothing, procrastinating, why don't I come on and talk a little boxing? Yes, that's what we do here. We talk boxing and we have fun doing it. And we also get a lot of others that, quote unquote, supposedly like boxing and talk boxing upset. But that is what we do. Um, so last night was Showtime's final hurrah in the sport. 2024, they are moving in a new direction. So I think we will address, one particular fight. Chris Primetime Colbert, who went to the land of Lala. Yes, Lala. He went to sleep last night um, after talking a lot of smack. Yes, he talked a heavy price tag and ended up going to sleep. Yes, he went to sleep. Um, but I want to say this. It was fitting that that happened to him. One, it was because the original fight with dude Ryu, how you can right? A lot of people said he lost that fight. He talked crazy after that fight. And, you know, he got what was coming to him. Now, I say that to say this, a lot of you guys, this is who you guys support, right? Especially from my area, New York, right? A lot of times I know a lot about a lot of fighters and people, especially from New York, my area, they feel some type of way about me because I don't, unlike a lot of these others, right, that get on here and follow narratives or trends. I call it how I see it. I call it how I know it. Now, a lot of guys I'm on the fence about because I feel like my guy, Jihad Tucker, is probably one of the best fighters representing New York. And I've been on record as stating that for the longest. And a lot of that now is starting to unfold as you are seeing guys who have more notoriety, more of a push, not only get exposed, but get knocked off and get embarrassed. Where you see Jihad Tucker is becoming and looking like a lot of the things that I told you he was and what we were and what we are planning to do. And no shame at Chris Colbert, but I just look at it like this. You lost the first fight, you were rewarded a decision. In this fight, the second fight, the guy left no doubt. But good thing for you, he did not tax you on a $50,000 bet. I seen that. Holiday spirits, tis the season of giving. So I guess he felt bad about how he put you to sleep. Because that's what he did. He put you to sleep. Um, and now hopefully this knockout humbles you. Hopefully you being flatlined, because you was flatlined, brother. You probably didn't know where you was at. I'm gonna play a lot of that. That's pretty much really what this. Because if I do go to the spot, I'll go more in depth on other topics. But I just mainly want to come on and just chop it up a little bit, play around. But you did go to the land of night night. The land of night night is when you get that melatonin, and you got that melatonin last night. Yeah, when they finally got you back in Minneapolis, the Armory, you might have thought you was on the block. The look on your face after he rolled you over, because that's what he did. He rolled you over, and you talked crazy though, Chris. You talked crazy, but you're a talker. That's how you've been pretty much your whole career since you was little B-hop. Now you are prime time that went to sleep on Showtime. Um, you called the man. Look, matter of fact, I'll just play it. God damn it, I'll play it. Freak it. I'll just let it play. I will let it play. God damn it. Cause nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something. You gotta have something. You didn't have nothing last night. You didn't have nothing. That's why that boy gave you something. He gave you something. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something. Shout out to my guy Evan. I'm right there. D'Angelo Evans Muscle. We're gonna get him back around again.
Yeah, right now for 50,000 on it. It ain't when you want to, man. Okay, this nigga's a punk. Why you deleted God? Why you deleted it? I believe in myself, nigga. He deleted his 50,000 right now. Let's do it.
He talked all that craziness, man. He talked all that craziness. And then we see the results. What did he say? He called that man a punk. Yeah, he called that man a punk, right? He said that man was a punk. And I quote, brand Nubians. Punks jump up to get beat down. Shout out to Al Money, first one in the building. Punks jump up to get beat down. Yo, from round one, I knew the fight was over, bro. I just didn't see you going out the way you went out. But I knew from round one, probably just like Barry Hunter and them knew. It's like the jig is up, man. With a lot of these guys, a lot of these guys, they are okay fighters, right? They're okay. See, what I have learned in my dealings now, from media to now as a consultant firm and doing other things, boxing nowadays, and especially this new millennium, but it's been like that, but now more so, is the WWF. Um, a lot of fighters, they're good, but there are more hype jobs and gimmicks than anything in the sport right now. Just like it's just apparent with everything, like with this YouTube and Instagram and Twitter, right? Some of the dudes that are doing this that are official, they are hidden or covered up, right? And the guys that are puppets and pawns are pushed, just like the sport of boxing. And that's what we see last night. Chris Colbert, you know, what was the Netflix thing he was on? Counterpunch. He's been in movies. So he has people behind him. And anytime you have people behind you, especially if they are powerful people with money or influential people, you are going to move or be moved a certain way. That's what happened with Prime Time, Little B Hop, Chris Colbert. He had the backing of the NYC Police Department because he came up out of their amateur program, Cops and Kids. Um, then, like I said, he was in Netflix's the Counterpunch documentary. So he was an Al Heyman guy. He signed with Al Heyman on that documentary. He was, when the Barclays Center was rocking, he was a big fixture. right? But if you know, you know, and I know, right? I'm like, dude could fight, but he's like, see, now I'm speaking on it because he has fallen, right? But a lot of times when I speak on stuff, they want to mute my mic or they want to try to stop me from becoming the things that I am becoming. And look how that turned out and played out, right? A lot of the guys and a lot of stuff that I speak on comes to the surface eventually. And this is what happened with Chris Colbert, another NYC guy who got clipped. And a lot of times for the past, I want to say now 4 years, three professionally, I always told you who the best fighter from New York was. And I stood on that. And it is starting to play out now. Jihad Tucker is the best fighter from New York. Contrary to what you are programmed to believe and see. We just watched a guy who has a bigger following and push than Jihad get put to sleep. Get put to sleep. We watched Jihad last week, been talked about by Bias Bradley, Benedict Arnold Bradley, but yet when you watch the fight, Jihad performed probably arguably his best performance against arguably a number 5 bigger guy than him. But he does not get the notoriety as some of these other guys. And I am going to continue to grow and talk the source because I told people these things, especially the ones that were listening to me and the ones that were believing in the things that I was saying, that no, I'm not hating, I'm not mad. I have been around. I'm not programmed. I'm not one of these content creators looking to be accepted. I just want to be heard. And you don't have to listen to me, but you're going to hear me, especially when I do the things that I say I do. And now they are showing and proving. And Chris Colbert was just the latest fatality of this, man. I've never been a big primetime guy because, like I said, I'm out here. See, a lot of these other internet guys, they're not out here. I'm out here. I came up through the trenches. I know these guys. I've been in the gyms. I seen them spar. I see their work, you know? So when he got floored like that, right, it was fitting because if you watch the first fight, and one thing about me, what I'm learning now, right? Yesterday on my podcast, I was asked, and I took the politically correct high road. I did not talk down on him. I said, I'm going rooting for him. He's a New York guy. I said, he's a New York guy, right? Because a lot of times when I say, oh, I don't know about him, this, that, and third, oh, you're hating, you're this. So you know what? Unlike the rest of these other guys that are around here that hate on Jihad, right? Because it is what it is. They hate. They've been hating maybe because of his affiliation with Shanewz boxing or the things that we're doing, but they know, and now it's showing. Because like I told you, from the time he was 16, he's been mopping the floor with a lot of these guys. It is what it is. It is what it is, and it's showing now. Because last week, unlike another New Yorker, Jihad didn't get knocked out. He didn't get put to sleep, and he was in there with a 180-pound man. Not only did he not get put to sleep or knocked down or hurt, if the fight would have won 2 more rounds, I think we might have got him up out of there. Shout out to WCS in the building. Yo, WCS, I remixed that, the video of me introducing you and with the soundboard. Hopefully you got a chance to see that because, we are stepping our game up over here, but salute to you. But yes, Chris Colbert, man, I'm going to say this, brother. Maybe you need to go back to 130 if you're going to continue fighting. I know you're still young. I know you got a lot of other things going on outside of boxing. But when you get knocked out how you got knocked out, it's, sometimes a career evaluation is needed because that was a deadly knockout, to say the least. You was asleep, bro. You got rolled over. You probably had no idea where you was at. you had that look on your face when they brought you to and they was checking you out. But then you talk about running it back. For what? Let's call a spade a spade. You basically lost twice to this man. But the second time, you almost got killed. You went to the land of Lala, Night Night. You're talking about running it back. No, there is no trilogy. You lost the first fight, but like I said, with your affiliations and the people around you, you were awarded a decision. You were awarded a decision. The second time around, you got put to sleep. You got put to sleep. You was in trouble from the opening bell. You was in trouble from the opening bell. So maybe going back to 130, because 135 is not it for you. It's not happening for you. I don't know if you can still make 130, but listen, if you want to continue fighting, right? From what you say, you want the rematch. I don't want to see that. And hopefully the people that are around you advise you as well. Because dude basically beat you up twice. This time stopping you, right? And that is an awakening right there. It should be an awakening for you, because you talk crazy about this fella only to get, and I quote Rick Glacier, you got face planted, and I quote my guy Rocky, you got rolled over, rolled out. You was asleep. You took a nap. You was a newborn. You took a nap. What does Earl Spencer them say? Put him in the dirt. You got put in the dirt. You know, I know you're humble. I know you're definitely humble, because listen, when Showtime is talked about now, in the last Showtime card, you are history. You are part of history. You know, you are a part of history. And I just think now a serious sit down with your team, and, you know, because there's nothing wrong with if you walk away from boxing, or you just start taking a different route. There's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, you have done a lot of things in the sport as far as the documentary Counterpunch. You was a successful amateur. Um, you made it to the highest level in boxing as far as fighting. Like, PBC is a major platform, network, promotional company. Well, you know, they're not considered a promotional company, but you know what I mean by that. Like, you made it to the major leagues, right? You just didn't become a champ. You talk major league shit a lot. You know, I remember when you was talking crazy about Shakur, and I was like, bro, I was telling people, I was like, yo, Shakur will beat this guy up, bro. I remember we was at the Hula Theater. It was a DAZN fight card. You was talking crazy, and I had to walk away. I was right there. You was talking crazy about Shakur, and I was like, yo, he got beat up at Gleason's. What is he talking about? I had to leave. I was like, yo, because I didn't want to say the wrong thing. You know, a lot of people in my own backyard, they don't like me because they know me, and they know I know the truth, and they know one thing about me. I come on here, I'm going to give you the source. If somebody is not who they say they are, and I know that, I'm like, yo, bro, no. I know you got those people and shit with you, but yo, bro, stop. Now, you see, that's what happened with Chris Colbert. I don't want to call him a hot air balloon hype job, but he just, you know, he's a good talker. Like I said, one thing about boxing, especially New York boxing, New York City, a lot of politics. Like I said, he was cops and kids, amateur. So he had the backing of what? The NYPD. When you have the NYPD behind you, you're going to go places. And you're coming out of that program, the Cops and Kids program, which is a great program because it takes a lot of kids off the streets. And that's another reason why I didn't really like get on him a lot, because I know his situation. He was an inner city kid, you know, growing up in poverty and all that, and this was his way out. So at times, you know, you want to say, yo, bro, you're not really like that. But sometimes the picture is bigger. That's why when it comes to me and guys talk shit about me or hate on me, I go hard because the shit that I'm doing, I'm not just doing it for myself. I'm doing it for my team, my family, my girls. So it's like when you get in my way, you're trying to front on me, and you know I'm the truth. You know I'm doing the things that a lot of you guys claim to be or talk about. I actually done it from media to other things. I'm gonna step on you. I'm gonna step on you because I'm doing this for the poor. I'm doing this for the ones like now you see I got the gadgets, the gizmos, and all that, but I didn't always have this. I didn't always have this. And I didn't always have what I have now, people behind me, strong people behind me. I had to go up against these people. I had to have these people try to knock me. So I know how that is to be on the bottom and people that's on the top that's supposed to be the ones that when you make it to the top, reach that hand down and pull the next person up. These are the same people that I had trying to kick me or not let me in. So when I know, like I said about his situation, I'm like, nah, let's get this from the gutter. You know, let him do what he does. It'll play out. And that's what you see. They played out. It played out. You know, shout out to Ryu. Ryu put about, you know, put about. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Like I said, he should be good. He has a lot of affiliations with powerful people. Like I said, he shouldn't need the box. You know, Danny Garcia is his man. You know, he has people. So he should be all right. You know, like I said, he was in movies, Equalizer 2, Netflix Counterpunch, so he should be all right, man. But boxing, there's levels, bro. We got a taste of that. You know, you can hype a guy up as much as you want, right? But at the end of the day, right? And this is why I love boxing, and I love being the source, right? And I love my guys, my team, right? Because I know they are that. See, when you know, like one of my sayings, right? No gimmicks, just results. I know my boys. They are no gimmicks, they're results. I've been around. I've been in the trenches with them. I seen them do these things. So it's nothing for me to co-sign and be like, if my guy WCS is still in here, he can tell you. I was telling him about Marley when Marley was 8 years old because I've been around Marley. I've been in the trenches with him. I knew. I knew. And like I said, I've been around Poison Junior Joneses. I've been around world champions. So I know what a world champion looks like. And Junior Jones, look him up, one of the best fighters ever. You know, I know these guys, right? I know what it takes. I know that cloth. I know that stench. I know that walk. I know that aura. You know, it's an aura, right? A lot of guys can perpetrate in front of it, right? But if you don't have it, if you don't have it, right? Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something. You gotta have something, right? So when I say, yo, he don't have it, I can look at a fight and be like, yeah, he don't have it. He's a gimmick. You know, you can manipulate him and manufacture him, but nah, he's not that. And like I said, Jahad Tucker, I told y'all, he was that. His younger brother, Marley, I told you, he was that. When I met them. And I seen that, right? Then, like I said, me and Marley's my guy. I told y'all 6 years ago who my favorite fighter was. Now he is a 4-time defending national champion, 3 consecutive years undefeated in national tournaments. And I told you guys this when you guys thought I was an Earl Spence bandwagoner, like a lot of you Devin Haney guys. A lot of you guys, man, you content creators are Devin Haney nut riders right now, right? But I remember you guys was thinking that about me with Earl Spence, and I was like, nah, my favorite fighter is Jamali Tucker. Jamali Tucker. Wait till y'all see him. Bad little southpaw. He could fight. He's the goods. He's special. He throws punches on command. He'll break your ass up. He got it. He's 8 years old right now. I was like, you'll be hearing about him. You'll be hearing about him. He's 8. You know, I was pumping his brother at the time. I was pumping Jahad. But Jahad is through the door now. Jahad is good, right? You just watched Jahad last week beat up a number 5 guy. It is what it is. He beat him up, man. So Jihad is good. Now my main focus is Morley, a couple of other younger guys that I'm working with, because that's what I do now, right? I like to grab the guys in the amateurs before nobody knows about them, blow them up, and then when they blow up, I blow up, and then I talk my shit, and you guys can't say nothing about it because what you guys are what we see taking place now, nut riders. You guys are all on Devin Haney's nutsack right now, but has that 20,000 been confirmed yet? I'm still waiting on the confirmation. A lot of you guys are jumping on that wave. And let me tell you this too, Bill, because I see you talking about analytics and numbers, right? A lot of those guys that you are fucking with, their analytics are paid for. If you didn't know, maybe you do know. I don't know. Maybe you do know, because I think you would know. You're a smart guy. But a lot of these guys are paid for their views, their likes, and their subs. So maybe the analytics ain't adding up. You heard? But hey, what do I know? I know this. I know the 20 million hasn't been confirmed yet. It hasn't been confirmed. And I see a lot of you guys are just riding that wave. You guys are riding that wave, man. And I want to say this too for y'all, a little education period right here. Let's just go off of both scenarios right now, right? I got my notes in front of me, right? Let's just go over both scenarios. Let's just say scenario one is correct. The scenario that was put out on Tuesday, that he did 150 to 200 pay-per-view buys, right? That's good, right? The pay-per-view was $60, right? Wasn't it 60? It was low. It wasn't a high-end pay-per-view, right? 150, 60, right? Guarantee was what? 1.5. They sold out what? Roughly, let's say 19,000, right? They sold the spot out in his backyard, Oakland. Analytics. Do you think now, the business perspective now, with that analytics, right? He was guaranteed 1.5 million. He did 150 pay-per-views. They sold the spot out. The people that put on that card for him, do you think that card right there grossed $20 million? What I just read off? Everything that I just read off, 20 million. Because that's what they're going to pay Tank. That's what the offer was for Tank. So Devin has to get paid too. But they're offering Tank $20 million. And this is what Devin just did, right? So if they give Tank 20 million, how much is Devin going to make? There's two people in here. Come on, catch the sauce when I'm giving y'all right now. Because they said they're offering Tank 20 million to fight him, right? And I just read off his numbers. Who's going to make money? Because they got to pay Devin too, right? They got to pay Devin. Devin has to get paid as well, right? So if they give Tank 20 million, what is the split going to be? See? I got my notes here now. I was going to wait to do this at the spot, but I'll do it right now since I'm cooking, right? Just say, like I said, we're going with both sides. We're going with both sides, right? We're going with both sides. If they're going to give him $20 million, right? And his numbers are the high end numbers, the high end, what we're talking about. Not with the other shit that got reported that he did 50K and all that. We're going with the analytics that he's rocking and rolling. He's the new face. He's this guy. So they give Tank 20 million. Logistics talks now, but I'm dumbing it down. I'm not really giving it to you X and O's, right? If I was at the spot, I would give it to you X and O's because I'll go to the chart. So if Tank gets a 20 million guaranteed, right? Let's just say that there's no way that's going to be a 50-50 split, right? Now, it's going to start getting a little bit more complicated. Let's just say that's split because Tank is getting 20 million guaranteed. If it's a 50-50 split, already, listen to what I'm telling you, that's a $40 million fight just off the guarantee, right? Pay attention now. I'm not doing this to shut a lot of these guys down that's out here running with the play, but you got to put it into perspective. If they're giving Tank 20 million, if they offered him this, what is going to be the split? Right? If he's getting 20 million guaranteed, what is Devin going to get? If it's a 50-50, that means Devin got to get 22, right? If it's 25, what does Devin get? Come on, it's 4 y'all in here. I'm breaking this down to y'all for free right now. Look, I didn't say refresh the super chat or nothing. Look, I'm giving y'all a game right now. This is what I do on occasion. I give y'all the game. This is for all y'all that said that they offered Tank $20 million. So if Tank got the 20 million guarantee, what is the percentage now? Because Devin has to get paid too. Devin has to get paid too. Is it a 75-25 split? Because I already told you it can't be 50-50. If Tank is getting $20 million and it's a 50-50 split, that means Devin would have to get $20 million as well. So that's a $40 million fight already. Off that, right? Off that. See, a lot of y'all can't really talk this boxer shit with me when I really want to talk it to y'all. Let's talk it now. The 20 million, that's the offer. That's the offer. So we're going with that offer. What is Devin's cut now? They're offering, because Devin, right? This is what you guys put out there. I listen to you guys, all you guys. Devin gets high dollar. So they're going to they offer Tank 20 million. What is Devin's cut? What is Devin's cut? Like, talk to me now. See, y'all don't like when I get smart, right? I can come on here and be dumb, but now this is Shanewz Boxing, media, marketing, management, consulting services. And I'm doing this for free out of the love of my heart because it's Sunday. And I want to show you that you guys can't fuck with me when it comes to talking boxing. So if Devin offered this man 20 million, right? And I'm all for it. 20 million is a lot of money. But y'all said Tank turned it down. What was Devin's cut out of that 20? Or what is his percentage now? Since Tank turned away 20 million, was that a 50-50 split, which is impossible? I'm just showing you that that's impossible because that would mean that Devin was getting 20. So that's a $40 million fight. Now I just said maybe 25%. What is 25% of 20 million? Come on, do the math. I know I got some smart brothers in here. Do the math, right? This is why I'm trying to tell you. A lot of the shit that comes off of this YTC and these narrative pushing Negroes, niggas, you guys are dumb to me. And that's why I be like, yo, keep buying your views, keep buying your likes, keep buying your subs. Because at the end of the day, the powers that be laugh at y'all because y'all are just lost in it. Y'all are lost in it, right? So this is we're going with the analytics, the 20 million, man. If he is giving Tank 20 million, what is his split? What is his cut? It can't be 50-50. So could he possibly get in 25? What is 25%? What is 25%? That would be 10 million. 10 million, right? It's three people in here. 25% would be 10 million, right? It'd be 10 million. So now we're looking at a $30 million fight. Guaranteed. Because Devin got to get a guarantee, right, too, right? Doesn't he get a guarantee, right? That's how boxing works, right? Or he's just going to give Tank the guarantee. Maybe, you're right. Hold up. It's in my notes right here. Let me circle this. Devin might be going with the, remember they wanted Bud and Earl to fight for no guarantee. So maybe that's what Devin is doing. I got a circle right here in my notes. So that could possibly be the arrangement. Tank is getting the 20 million guaranteed, and Devin is taking no guaranteed. I got that circle right here in my notes. That's where they can have the fight. So Devin is going to fight for no guarantee and make the money on the back end, and Tank is going to get the 20 million guaranteed up front. Is that what we're doing? Maybe you could ask some of these content creators that are Team Haney if this is the plan. Because I think that might work, right? That might work. He said Tank is the A team. He deserves more. They will never fight because they both Mayweather fighters. Um, they're not both Mayweather fighters. Devin Haney's not a Mayweather fighter. Devin Haney's his own fighter, DHP Promotion. He's his own boss. He's not a Mayweather fighter. He's not a Mayweather fighter. But maybe that's how they're going to make it happen. But let's go to the other scenario now, right? I got to play both scenarios. That was the 20 million scenario that Devin is doing, the numbers that he's doing, and these content creators is speaking on. Little Trump, little turn up 92. I spoke to Little Trump. Devin Haney is not a Mayweather promotions fighter. Where did you get that from? But let's go to the other scenario now, right? And just to show you, Devin just fought on the zone, and they said he did 50K. His gate, was a sellout. His guarantee was 1.5 million. 1.5 million. Regis' guarantee was 1.5 million, which is $3 million combined. These two guys had a combined guaranteed of $3 million. This is their last event. All of a sudden, after this event, they want to 7 times that, because $1 million more is 7 times that, right? 21 million. So it just rounded up. They want to do 7 times what both of those guys guarantee was combined. That's what they are offering, and that's what we are led to believe. They just offered Tank 7 times what these guys were guaranteed combined. Because do you need me to break that down? I'll break that down for you. What I just said. 1.5 and 1.5 is $3 million. They offered Tank Davis 20 million. I rounded it off to 21, right? Gave him an extra million. That's why I got the 7 times. 7 times 3 is 21. So 7 times what Regis and Devin was paid combined is what they are offering to Tank. Does that make sense? Come on now, let's talk. Let's talk. This is the news by Shanewz, right? But see, you content creators are on here just running with this. Right? Devin just fought for 1.5 million guaranteed. Regis fought for 1.5. That was his opponent. They made $3 million guaranteed together. But now Devin, his team, and whoever that has not yet to be confirmed, other than YouTube niggas that buy views and subs and likes, that they are offering Tank Davis $20 million, which I rounded off to 21. So I can say that it's 7 times what these guys were paid combined. Does that make sense, y'all? Come on, we talking boxing. Let that soak in. Look. I had to lick a gunshot for that, man. So you mean to tell me these two guys made $3 million combined guaranteed, and now they're just going to cut the budget? Why? Maybe they are. It's the new year. It's a new year. When a new year comes around, you get a bigger budget. But does that make sense, though, y'all? Does that make sense, man? Smash the like button, man. Smash the like button, man. This is free gems right here, because you're sitting on here listening to algorithm experts, analytics, pay for views, and guys like that. That's why I sit back and I pay attention. I watch what goes on Twitter. I watch the popular content creators and all these guys, and I be like, damn, either you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about, or you're just playing into the system. because there's no way possible for you guys to even stand on some of the shit that you're standing on and believe these things, bro. And believe these things. And now I want to say this too, right? Tank Davis is an 8-figure fighter, right? But if Tank Davis was to get that offer, right, that is 4 times, right? Because Tank Davis normally fights for about a 5 million guaranteed upward, right? But that would be 4 times the highest guarantee that he got. So for him to turn that down, right? See, you guys, these people on here just running with shit. Like, bro, do you think Tank Davis will actually turn down a guarantee with how he's rocking and rolling? Listen, Tank Davis is guaranteed. See, it makes sense for the dumb folks, you know, for the people that's just on here talking it, right? Not really crunching numbers or weighing out what they're thinking and speaking on, right? So a guy that fights for a 4 million, 5 million guaranteed is going to turn down a 20 million guarantee, right? And he does the type of numbers that he does, right? And generate. If they was giving Tank Davis $20 million, right? And Tank Davis had a $5 million guarantee with Ryan Garcia and damn near walked away with $50 million. You don't think that he would even consider taking 20 million guaranteed? Because just say that the fight does the same as Ryan Garcia. If he made close to $50 million with a $5 million guarantee with Ryan Garcia, and like I just said, that this fight with Devin Haney with the 20 million guarantee does just as well as the Ryan Garcia guarantee, he's looking at making over $100 million. Easy. Easy. So why wouldn't he? Like, come on, man. We as content creators, right? I know a lot of you guys want to be famous. You want to be celebrities. You want to be all these things, but be mindful of some of the stuff that you speak on, right? Because at the end of the day, when you stand on these things and you're like, yo, he turned down $20 million. They offered him $20 million. I heard the phone call. Like I said yesterday, you guys are on phone calls listening to a $20 million play. You guys probably never been part of a $20,000 deal. You guys probably never, and this is illegal talk now, right? You guys probably never even been about, because a lot of you guys claim to be street guys, using the streets. You probably never even part of a $20 million street, $20,000 street deal. So what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? The news by Shanewz. But yeah, hopefully we get some type of confirmation today, man. You know, Eddie was out there. Shout out to Eddie and Bam, great card. Maybe we get the confirmation today that 20 million was real. You know, that 20 million was real. But for me, for that 20 million to be real, what was Devin going to get paid, bro? Right? What was Devin's guaranteed on that, man? He had to have some sort of a guarantee, right? Because they can't just give Tank all of the money, right? Boxing doesn't work that way, does it? Come on, talk to me, man. It's Sunday. Let's talk boxing, man. Does boxing work that way? I know there's an A side and the B side, but the B side gets something, though, right? This, like I said, maybe it was 75-25, like what he was offering Shakur. So if it was 75-25, right? $10 million then, right? That's 10 million for Devin the dude. That's 10 million for Devin the dude, right? Because like I said, he couldn't get 50-50. There's no way, because that's not a $40 million fight, guaranteed fight. 30 million is a lot of money, man. You got to think about it. A $30 million fight, when I just told you that the Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis fight guaranteed was an $8 million fight. Because didn't Ryan get 3 million guaranteed? And Tank got 8, but then they killed him with everything else. But that was only $8 million. So Tank Davis, put this in perspective again for y'all. Tank Davis's guarantee is a little over 2 times more than the guarantee that he got with Garcia combined. Because the Garcia fight was 8 million guaranteed between the two fighters. And they offered him 20 million. Like, I don't believe it, bro. And I'm waiting for the Zone or Eddie Hearns to confirm that. Eddie Hearns said it was a huge number. A huge number, which could have been 10 million. But 20 million is a super huge number. Didn't they, listen, put this into perspective too, right? How much did they say Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford made? With all the backing, they made about 25 million. So Tank Davis is going to get a $20 million guarantee, which is 5 million less than what Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford received after all the payouts. Alleged, man. Alleged. This is the news by Shanewz, man. Are y'all catching my source, man? See, I had this plan for later at the spot, but I started cooking and I pulled my notes out. So maybe if I do decide to go and record later on, I don't need to touch on this. I could just touch on other stuff. I could freestyle, well, not freestyle. I'll give you some other things. I wanted to put this into perspective because I see a lot of content creators. Man, you guys, not only are you exposing yourself, you're selling yourself short because y'all standing on something. But it's just, it is. I understand with a lot of content creators, man. You guys want to be a part of things, right? It's just like growing up in school, right? You want to be at the cool table. You want to be in the in crowd. And I think by, Bill jumping out there saying that this was what it was, it gave y'all a chance to be part of something, be in the in crowd. But just be mindful of the in crowd and the information not adding up. $20 million is a lot of money. When I just said that Terrence and Earl made 25 apiece with the back end. And y'all are saying that Tank turned down that as a guarantee. At the end of the day, these guys are professional prize fighters, right? And Tank and them fight for the prize. Him turning down a guarantee which is 4 times more than the biggest guaranteed he has is suspect, to say the least, right? Not only is it suspect, it doesn't even fit the narrative. When, like I just said, he fought Ryan Garcia and they had a combined guaranteed of $8 million. And the guy that gave him this offer, just coming off of a fight, and his guaranteed and his opponent's guaranteed was a combined $3 million. The news by Shanewz. We're talking analytics and numbers, right? Are you guys following those analytics and numbers that I just spoke on? But listen, we'll get off of this topic, man. I know right now this shit is, man, when I start talking this shit, it's too much for y'all. Y'all don't comprehend this. But let's talk about the Bam fight. Bam got the stoppage. My man came in there game. I liked what the corner did, right? I liked how they stopped the fight because another guy, but he was able to stumble back to his corner and get up, but he got face planted as well. Anytime a fighter, boxer, MMA guy, mixed martial artist, or any of that, you get face planted, that is not good. That is not good. So when he got face planted after, I think, what was that, round 9? and then they didn't let him continue. That was a smart call. Why risk more injury? Because he would have got hurt. Even though he stumbled back to the corner and made it to the corner. No, 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 no. Yes, I'm back. My bad, y'all. See that's why I like the new setting that I got. I don't have to get distracted. You see how I just got distracted? But yeah, I like what the corner did, stopping that fight because he would have got hurt, man. He's probably hurt right now, but they saved him from himself because that's what the corner's job is. A lot of times you have to save the fighter from themselves. Um, and that's what they did because Bam was going to finish him off. And at the end of the day, Sonny Edwards, nothing to be ashamed of. You left it all out there, like Deontay Wilder would say. You went out on your shield. I'm gonna speak about Wilder later on. I'm gonna probably go to the spot in a couple of hours and do what I do. I want to touch on Wilder. There's a lot of good Wilder content out there. Sorty, they doing it big. I want to touch on Big Baby. Those guys is over there living the life. They're living a life, man. I want to touch on that. I'll probably come back on later at the spot, and touch on that. But this mainly, I got out what I wanted to get out about the 20 million. It hasn't been confirmed yet. And I got out what I needed to get out about, you content creators riding the wave. You guys are wave riders, man. And I'm surprised at a lot of y'all. very, very surprised at a lot of y'all, man. Especially because I consider a lot of you guys educated, right? And the jump out there, but it is what it is. Like I said, a lot of you guys are what I say, gimmicks. One thing about the Source experience, no gimmicks, just result. A lot of you guys are with the gimmicks, man. And it shows how you operate on this internet, you know? But hopefully this Source tonight or this morning made sense. Like I said, give me a second. It's raining. I didn't really want to go out in the rain, and go record. But I gotta keep it, keep it moving because we are on to things, the soundboard at the crib and the mic at the spot and all of that. So, we gotta keep the Source flow going because the analytics, right? My analytics, the real analytics is showing. Because I'm not into buying views. Maybe when I retire, and I'm just sitting around doing nothing. I'll play those games, but I don't even think I'll play those games then. Because like I said, those games to me of buying subs and views, it don't really add up, right? Because I'm gonna share this because I got about 5 minutes to go, right? But I want to share this, right? I watched a lot of guys that I definitely know buy views and subs, right? When they actually do work a fight or present actual fight content, they tell on themselves because that's when they try to not pay for their views. Their numbers be so low. And I'm like, damn, that shit is crazy to me. Why are your numbers so low when you are actually in the field doing a lot of the things that you talk about. But yet when you're at home or in your car or wherever you record at, your numbers and views are a lot higher. But when you're actually in the field or you're doing an interview or you're covering an event, your numbers are low. That doesn't make sense. It kind of like the $20 million offer that has not been confirmed. It doesn't make sense. See, the analytics show this. The analytics that you guys love to base everything off of show this. Why, when you record in your car or you record in your house or you record where you record at and you're just talking about boxing, your analytics are through the roof. But when you actually cover boxing or you're around a fighter or you're interviewing a fighter or you're on scene, your analytics aren't as high. That does not make sense. But hey, what do I know? The news by Shanewz. Got him. I guess that saying is true. Fake it until you make it. But fake it until you making it, you never make it, because when you make it, you faked it. So you're fake when you make it. Hopefully, y'all caught and enjoyed this source. We'll be back on maybe about an hour or two, give or take, with some more topics. I may even open the panel up, you know. And shout out to WCS for coming on yesterday, giving me a chance to interview him. That was like a little interview. Definitely check that out. I was here at the office in the desk, playing around with a lot of my stuff, and check that out, man. We discussed some topics since you know, Devin and then Tank doesn't want to fight. Maybe you could fight Crawford. You know, address what Bomac said. Address what Bomac said, right? Bomac was talking real spicy, man. Maybe y'all can address that. I'm still waiting to see if we get some feedback from that. Maybe some of you pro-Haney channels now, address that, man. Or were you giving the orders? Were you giving the orders not to speak on that? Because, you know, a lot of time, guys only speak on shit they're allowed to speak on.
You keep talking, man. And you shut the fuck up.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Twin with Hello. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce